My name is Felix Tachie. I'm the 2IC of the senior base chaplain here at CFB Kingston. Apart from serving as the 2IC, I am dedicated to a particular unit called Logistic Support Services. As we know, the Canadian Armed Forces is a microcosm of the Canadian society. So it reflects the cultures and the worldviews that make Canada what it is. A multicultural, pluralistic, and a functioning multi-spiritual society. I would say that we have seen and continue to experience changes in our Canadian society, the rapidity of which requires the chaplaincy to remain operationally relevant. And what I mean by this is that the chaplaincy must meet the spiritual needs of our men and women together with their families to get the job done at home and abroad, at all times, day or night. So the chaplaincy is put on its toes to remain adaptive and responsive to the many spiritual issues that majority of our folks wrestle with. So we seek ways of providing spiritual care in ways that are inclusive, respectful, and relevant to the existential needs of our folks. I will give you an example. We face challenges in areas of public prayers and reflections. So for us to be inclusive and respectful, we constantly ensure that our public prayers and reflections are carefully and wisely worded to meet the needs of a cross-section of our gatherings. Symbolism is another example of the challenge that we face. For example, this is my hat or my beret, and there is a badge on it. We use badges on our uniforms to reflect the neutrality and openness to which we identify ourselves as chaplains in the Canadian Armed Forces. The symbols are designed in a way that allow people and practitioners of all major faith traditions who, or those who do not subscribe to any faith at all, to feel respected and welcome to the ministry of the chaplaincy. Let me underscore the importance of recruitment, which is another challenge that we face in the chaplaincy. Most chaplains join the Canadian Armed Forces in their early 40s because of the requirements for the depth of our formation and the levels of education that we bring to the table. So for example, a situation where a large cohort of chaplains have to retire in a given year or a short period of time poses a challenge to the chaplaincy. The burden to fill the gap can be enormous. Not only that, recruiting the right caliber of spiritual providers across the board who can adapt to the ever-changing spiritual needs of the men and women we are called to serve can be a daunting task. But such situations are cushioned by the recruitment drives put in place, coupled by a comprehensive quality of training systems that we have at our chaplain school at a CFB Borden. So chaplains are formally and informally churned out through the schools and mentoring on the job. Such are the challenges that the senior leadership partners with other organizations to ensure that we get the right caliber of men and women as chaplains to serve so that we can succeed at all times. So that's all I have to share with you today.
Captain Tachie, what's the one thing you enjoy the most about your job?
Thank you for that question. I'm surprised that you asked me about one thing. I have a lot of things, but I would like to focus on one. I like interacting with a variety of people that come through the doors, because for me, it allows me the opportunity to get engaged, because by engaging, I grow. I get to know the existential issues that people represent. Sometimes such issues challenge my worldviews, which allow me to open up and to find out more about other people at the other end. And by doing so, I find myself growing from time to time, which allows me to enjoy the work that I do.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your time today. I really appreciate this this few minutes with you, and I wish you very well in your work, and thank you very much for your service.
Thank you for the opportunity, and I hope to see you again at the hospital.
Me too. Bye for now.
Okay, bye-bye, Rob.